Gambia, Angola, China Holding, Gash, producers of the finest tomato paste in the Gambia. Jaja tomato paste, available in 5 kilos, 1 kilo and in sachets. For wholesale and retail, visit our factory at Banjulanding. We are also producers of Jaja mineral water, cool, clear and fresh. Gash, Gambia, Angola, China Holding, with headquarters at Fatu Golden Plaza, Mile 7, Bertel Harding Highway. Gash Group also provides the best security company, Gash Security, for your offices, warehouses, homes and personal property. Gash Group for all your construction projects, offering you quality water reticulation for your gardens, pump irrigation, tidal irrigation projects and all types of buildings. You can contact Gash on 396-7894, 700-8993, 373-0259. Visit us at Gash Global Group on Bertel Harding Highway, Fatu Golden Plaza. Our website www.gashglobal.com. Gambia, Angola, China Holding, Gash.
Sophie Milk ñu ngi fété juróom benn ati cafka bu dul dañ ñoo leen indil Jalika full cream milk powder neex saf sàpp te bari cafka pour di leen jërëjëfati si ni ngeen defee Sophie Milk seen favorite milk brand léegi mun ngeen a jëfandikoo empty Jalika milk sachets wala carton pour gagner ay xéewal yu riche. Pour gagner motorbike dajaleel fukk ak juróomi empty carton yi Jalika milk pour gagner yeneen xéewal yu mel ni PlayStation 4, TV, fridge freezer, gas cooker, bicycle wala mobile phone. dajaleel fukk ak juróomi empty Jalika milk sachets def leen si biir enveloppe binda si sa tur ak sa téléphone number. Mun ngeen ko yóbbu si bépp Jalika milk agent bu leen gën a jege. Pour xam bi si raful yi dem leen Jalika milk Facebook page. Jalika milk mooy meew bu ees bu leen so fi indil gën a neex saf sàpp te riche.
Good evening, this is Star TV News. I am your news presenter, Maimuna Fadera, with this evening news. In the headlines tonight, police deployed at KMC as $12 million scandal takes twist. KMC Welfare Association PREXY says staff has lost confidence in CEO Martin. Former GDC members, Senegalo, Gambia well-wishers visit PREXY BARROW. BRUFUT plant trees to regenerate lost forest. Star Media Group joins COVID-19 vaccination drive. In other news, India farmers calls on government to repeal controversial laws. Zambia election violence, president deploys army ahead of polls. Mexican migrants stranded in perilous border areas. Well, those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. Personnel of the Police Intervention Unit were on Monday deployed at the Kanifing Municipal Council as the $12 million scandal at KMC takes another twist. Well, Dado Cham was at KMC.
Mrs. Sonko insisted that she should be accorded the opportunity to assist inspectors in their work as ordered by the regional government ministry. She also expressed disappointment in the striking staff. But the 12 million embezzlement allegation against Mrs. Martin Sonko has apparently galvanized into agitations by the KMC staff over what they call uncontrolled pilfering of council coffers, deplorable conditions of service, and the need for an immediate overhaul of the council's current mode of financial operations. The majority of the KMC staff today went on a strike to demand for the improvement of their welfare, firm stance against corruptions, fiscal prudence, and to vent their disappointment in the CEO.
Manyana arrive at this level. Nyanta conclude long since. Niko moe tinyaroke. In molu kije kiskisiroke ajibe kofo kumo mutonya. This is very simple. 12 million from Ajib Bank. Go to Ajib Bank and find out. Jumal lenin transaction okay. You cannot take 12 million on behalf of KMC without the due consent of the staff, without the due consent of the General Council. Councillors are elected and you cannot take $12 million without a resolution from General Council. You cannot take $12 million without the knowledge of the mayor. At a possible knowledge, even though you are the chief executive officer, there is nowhere in the world where an individual take 12 million on behalf of the the institution without the due process of the law. At a possible nora.
The strike coincided with the deployment of the paramilitary at the KMC this morning as inspectors were expected to begin their work. The KMC authorities fortnight ago sent Senabu Martin Sonko on an indefinite leave after allegations of embezzlement just emerged against her and other staff of the council. The Ministry of Regional Government, however, said the decision of the General Council to send Mrs. Martin and co on an immediate indefinite leave with the seizure of all their known mandatory allowances be seized are not in agreement with the laws that govern the KMC. The Regional Government Ministry last week told Talib Bensouda in a letter that the Appointment and Disciplinary Authority for a Public Officer and Director of Finance is the Local Government Service Commission. It ordered for an immediate inspection of the council and the reinstatement of Mrs. Sonko and alleged confederates in the 12 million saga. But Youth Councillor Kemo Bojang argued that the ministry has overstepped its bounds.
Because these are the ripple effects of corruption. Niman corruption or tackle, this is what happens, and this is what will continue to happen. So in Tolokba Memfola Walamko, B, we are making sure it's not even about us anymore. It's about the average KMC staff. Because imang confidence at the that's the same way of saying. We don't have confidence and we are not going to do anything. If the staff said they cannot work under the CEO, we have nothing about it.
The deployment of security personnel at the council has been also criticized by Ibo Town Councillor Habib M.S. Sise. He also accused the Regional Government Ministry of bias and executive overreach.
Come on, they are cooking something. But for us as a council, we are very firm and we start our ground to see that we have zero tolerance in in corruption in any form. So, but like I said, they are overstepping because the law says the Establishment Appointment Committee have to recommend to the Local Government Service Commission for any termination or promotion, and which we did. Because this is not the first scenario. There was one deputy manager was involved in fraud. We send him to leave. So when we send him to leave, then the Local Government Service Commission, we recommend to them that for his termination, and they approve it. So why this case is so special?
Reporting for Star TV News, I am Daru Cham.
The president of the KMC Staff Welfare Association has said the association has lost confidence in the embattled CEO because of its current financial status. The account of the Staff Welfare Association is reportedly in ill health as the $12 million saga involving the CEO continues to unravel. Dado Cham again.
The KMC Staff Welfare Association President Modun Jai said a lot of financial malpractices have been uncovered with regards the association's bank account, but that it was now that they decided to voice them out with a view to stemming them.
One is that our lives are in danger, and we believe that whichever authority should have sent the PRU officers to the Kanifing Municipal Council should have used another means or mechanism as stated by the Local Government Act to proceed with the Council's decision by not receiving their decision and not to send the PRU officials to the Council. Two, during our annual Congress or the Congress held on Saturday, though the treasurer of the outgoing committee of the Staff Welfare Association was not present, there were financial statements that were presented before us and is in relation to the $12 million loan being acquired in the name of the staff welfare.
He lamented that $9 million has been transferred to the Staff Welfare Association's account since 2014 as per the financial statement, but added that as of May 31st this year, there was only around $17,000. This, he added, is disheartening. He pointed out that this was all the more reason most of the staff could not enjoy welfare packages from the association.
We have seen from the bank statements that the Chief Executive Officer have acquired a loan of $50,000 from the KMC welfare account. 25,000 from Ajib, and 25,000 from Trospa. And her total contribution since she joined the council is $700. It's very disheartening to say that those who were paying or contributing or being deducted from their salaries from the past 10, 20 years have never enjoyed $1,000 in loan.
The presidents of Galga and the Gambia Bar Association, Landing B. Sane and Saluta respectively, called for calm, expressing hope that the issue can be resolved amicably.
Of course, unfortunately, we had a scenario this morning and we will not overlook it, but we will take it as another occurrence to see how we address this situation so that it doesn't go out of hand. Because otherwise, if it goes out of hand, that may not be to the interest of any of us. We have a country to build, and we have a country that all of us should have interest to make sure is secure and is also protected for today and for tomorrow.
Your investigation, looking at all facts impartially, and then hopefully in the process, we ensure that there's accountability, there's due process, and there's respect for law. Whatever the outcome of the process, I think all parties will respect.
Reporting for Star TV News, I am Dado Chan.
Our delegation from the association Senegalo Gambia well-wishes over the weekend paid a courtesy call on President Adama Barrow at the presidency in Banjul. The visit was part of the association's efforts in promoting sub-regional integration. Maria Madem tells us more.
The delegation was led to State House by Badaranjai, who said the visit was born out of the association's realization and recognition of President Barrow's sterling efforts in delivering development to his people. He gave the president an assurance of the association's unalloyed support.
ndax ki Gambian la, ndax ki Senegalese la, ndax Ghanaian la, ndax Malian la, ndax Guinean la. ñepp nga yamale. Right. Président duñ la jaawale kenn duñ la jaawale kenn ñun xam nañ li
The delegation, which also comprised of women, appealed for financial support from the president to enhance the growth of their businesses.
liñ lay ñaan mooy ndimbal li ngay ndimbal jigéen ñi fii financial aid xaw ma nan lañ koy organiser waaye si mun a am ñoom ñi nga xam ne sa ay xarit lañ nekk fii jógee fii ba Basse nga dimbal leen si ndimbal loolu.
Meanwhile, 61 former GDC members who some time ago shifted allegiance to the NPP also paid a courtesy call to President Barrow on Sunday. Ndembai, on behalf of the GDC members, promised the president that they will throw their full weight behind him and the NPP to sweep the poll in December. Meanwhile, stakes are growing higher as the country moves ever closer to the December poll. Maria Madem reporting for Star TV News.
The BRUFUT Development Association, in conjunction with the BRUFUT Diaspora, over the weekend embarked on a massive tree planting exercise in the BRUFUT Sutaba. The exercise was geared towards the regeneration of the BRUFUT forest, part of which was cleared to give way for the construction of a mini stadium. Yamuda Koka attended the exercise and she filed in this report.
614 seedlings have been planted to rehabilitate the forest. 140 of these seedlings were donated to the BRUFUT Development Association by the West Coast Regional Forestry Office. The trees planted included baobab, malina and mahogany. The chairman of Sanimentering Development Association, Karamo Al-Hassan Kamara, explained that the forest is a community reserve, adding that the people of BRUFUT have gained a greater understanding of the significance of trees from the past tragic windstorm.
Last month, there was a heavy storm in the Gambia here. It destroyed a lot of compounds and also killed 10 people. But people have realized that where we have the greatest casualties, those areas are areas without trees. Or even where we have trees, they are just sparse. They are just separated like that. They don't have thick forests. So as a result, when the wind blew, it created a lot of havoc on the people.
Mr. Kamara added that part of the forest was lost thanks to a plan to construct a mini stadium there. But since this idea was thwarted, there is an overwhelming need to recover it. Sidia Jaite, a native of BRUFUT but currently residing in the US, said he was excited to be associated with the tree planting exercise, as according to him, trees are vital to both humans and animals. He advised against felling of trees, saying these can cause environmental carnage. Alhaji Palamin Ufati of the BRUFUT Development Committee said he was thrilled to participate in the exercise as he talked about the significance of trees to human survival.
Cutting trees is not a healthy, action. Trees they are living with us and they are protecting us. They are making our environment very fine. If we claim for more rains every rainy season, we should make sure we grow more trees. If you have forests around yourself, you expect to have rains, and then the trees will protect you from heavy storms. But they will reduce the speed of the wind that is coming to attack our buildings, our other facilities. But when we have trees around us, they will definitely serve as windbreakers. So leaving trees with ourselves is something better for us than not having trees around us. So I'm advising everybody to stop cutting down the tree. If you are not able to stop cutting down a tree, make sure you have a live tree in your right hand. When the left hand cuts one, the right hand plants another one.
According to research, trees are very important as they combat global warming by absorbing carbon dioxide, removing and storing carbon, while releasing oxygen back into the air. Trees also reduce wind speeds and cool the air as they lose moisture and reflect heat upwards from their leaves. It's estimated that trees can reduce the temperature in a city by up to 7 degrees Celsius. Other environmental benefits of trees include the fact that they help to prevent flooding and soil erosion by absorbing thousands of liters of storm water. Research also showed that trees also help to improve air quality by intercepting and trapping dust and other pollutants in the air. But not only the physical health benefits, but the mental health as well, because when surrounded by trees or taking part in nature activities, stress and depression levels can be significantly reduced. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Yamuna Okuka.
As the country's COVID-19 vaccination drive gathers pace, Star Media Group staffed on Saturday received shots in the arms as part of the group's initiative to protect staff from coronavirus and its variants. The jabs were administered at the Fort Golden As the country's COVID-19 vaccination drive gathers pace, Star Media Group staffed on Saturday received shots in the arms as part of the group's initiative to protect staff from coronavirus and its variants. The jabs were administered at the Fort Golden Plaza on Battle Haddon Highway. Modu El-Baji was also offered a shot in the arm.
As COVID-19 and its variants continue their spread across the world, institutions are also putting in place measures to protect their staff. Since the discovery of the first case in March 2020, Star Media Group has never relented in ensuring adherence to COVID prevention protocol such as masking, hand washing and social distancing when necessary. And on Saturday, the company staff gathered at Fatu Golden Plaza to get their offer of Johnson & Johnson through Innovax Global Health. These were the reactions of some of the staff.
Oh, wow, that's impressive. Oh. Wow.
That's a good medicine. And their products are from America.
Oh, MD just took the shot right away.
Upon receiving their jabs. Meanwhile, Hadiso of Innovax Global Health enlightened Star TV on some of their activities as we were conducted on a tour of the health facility. For Star TV, I am Modu El-Baji.
Those were the local stories. We'll be back with international news. After the short break, please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Gambia, Angola, China Holding, Gosh, producers of the finest tomato paste in the Gambia. Jaja tomato paste, available in 5 kilos, 1 kilo and in sachets. For wholesale and retail, visit our factory at Banjulonding. We are also producers of Jaja mineral water, cool, clear and fresh. Gosh, Gambia, Angola, China Holding, with headquarters at Fatu Golden Plaza, Mile 7, Bertel Harding Highway. Gosh Group also provides the best security company, Gosh Security, for your offices, warehouses, homes and personal property. Gosh Group for all your construction projects, offering you quality water reticulation for your gardens, pump irrigation, tidal irrigation projects and all types of buildings. You can contact Gosh on 396-7894, 700-8993, 373-0259. Visit us at Gosh Global Group on Battle Harden Highway, Fatu Golden Plaza. Our website www.goshglobal.com. Gambia, Angola, China Holding, Gosh.
Sophie Milk ñu ngi fété juroom benn ati cafka bu dut dañ ñoo leen indil Jalika full cream milk powder neex saf sàpp te bari cafka pour di leen jërëjëfati si ni ngeen defee Sophie Milk seen favorite milk brand léegi mun ngeen a jëfandikoo empty Jalika milk sachets wala carton pour gagner ay xéewal yu riche. Pour gagner motorbike dajaleel fukk ak juróomi empty carton yi Jalika milk pour gagner yeneen xéewal yu mel ni PlayStation 4, TV, fridge freezer, gas cooker, bicycle wala mobile phone. dajaleel fukk ak juróomi empty Jalika milk sachets def leen si biir enveloppe binda si sa tur ak sa téléphone number. Mun ngeen ko yóbbu si bépp Jalika milk agent bu leen gën a jege. Pour xam bi si raful yi dem leen Jalika milk Facebook page. Jalika milk mooy meew bu ees bu leen so fi indil gën a neex saf sàpp te riche.
Welcome back. If you're watching still the news, we now look at the news beyond our borders. For nearly 3 weeks, farmers have been camping out near India's parliament in New Delhi, demanding the government repeal 3 controversial laws passed last September. This sit-in is part of a larger farmers' protest which has been going on for more than 8 months. With no resolution in sight, the farmers' unions are planning another mass protest to coincide with Independence Day on August 15. Al Jazeera's Pavni Metal reports.
This popular protest site in the heart of New Delhi has been hosting a unique demonstration for the last 3 weeks. A mock parliament hosted by farmers, steps away from India's real parliament. Security has been increased and only 200 people have been allowed to take part. It's the last day and women are holding court.
The women, they asserted themselves. They said earlier we used to know how to run house, how to run kitchen, but now we know how to run parliament. Now we know how to run our own country. So I guess for masses, that's the confidence they are getting by this.
More than half of India's population works in agriculture. The government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the 3 laws it passed last year will increase farmers' income and make the supply chain more efficient.
सरकार का काम है किसान के जीवन में
It is Indian government's duty to bring happiness in the lives of farmers and double their income. Farmers should get good quality seeds, fertilizer, better irrigation facilities, technology and move towards growing expensive crops. They should be able to start processing and exporting their produce. Farmers should start earning more, which is the only motive of the Indian government.
Despite these assurances, farmers who've been camping out since November are refusing to back down.
The Modi government has had 11 rounds of talks with farmers' unions and recently appealed to them to return to the negotiating table. But the thousands of farmers who've been protesting here in the outskirts of New Delhi for 8 months now say the 3 farm laws endanger their livelihood and want them repealed.
Many of the farmers have travelled hundreds of kilometres and plan to stay put until their demands are met.
I will keep coming here till the time I am alive. We have built permanent structures here, set up tents, and there is a regular supply of water and electricity.
Farmers are united. We are here to support them and we will not stop protesting till we achieve our goal.
With no signs of a resolution, farmers' unions are planning another mass protest across the country to coincide with Independence Day on August 15th. Pavni Mittal, Al Jazeera, New Delhi.
Zambia has deployed soldiers to contain political violence, which has broken out ahead of Thursday's general elections. Several people have been killed in recent weeks. There are 16 presidential candidates, but the main contenders are the incumbent President Edgar Lungu and opposition leader Hakainde Hichilema, a businessman who has already made several unsuccessful presidential runs. 5 years ago, Lungu narrowly defeated Hichilema in the opposition alleged vote region, and there was unrest. Many here worry that history will repeat itself. Al Jazeera's Haru Mutasa spoke to some of the victims' families in Lusaka, Zambia.
Daniel Kasongo's family got a phone call telling them to rush to the hospital. When they got there, his body was in the morgue. He supported Zambia's ruling Patriotic Front and was out campaigning for President Edgar Lungu when he was killed. His relatives and friends say he was killed by opposition supporters.
What I feel about my brother, like he's gone, yeah, he's gone. He's gone, but I can't feel happy, like in such manner, to see my brother is being killed in such manner. I can't be happy, which is something too dangerous. Like to us who have just remained, a country is not supposed to live like that. People are not supposed to be killed like animals. No, may I condemn the violence.
Across town, another family is devastated. Miriam Chiseba's husband Joram belonged to the opposition party UPND. He was putting up campaign posters when he was killed with a machete, allegedly by backers of the ruling party.
It hurts. The way he died was cruel. I now have to look after the children by myself. I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to manage without him.
Zambia is no stranger to election violence. Political parties often accuse each other of stoking tensions and destroying property. There have been incidents of violence by ruling party and opposition supporters across the country in the run-up to the vote. President Edgar Lungu has ordered the deployment of the military to try and maintain peace and order. There are 16 presidential candidates, but the main contenders are the incumbent, President Edgar Lungu, and opposition leader Hakainde Hichilema, a businessman who has already made several unsuccessful presidential runs.
Right now, what we see and what is before us is that one, violence is definitely likely to go on, and also court proceedings are also likely to actually go on. This is based or premised on the fact of recent happenings in recent elections, especially the 2016 election.
5 years ago, Lungu narrowly defeated Hichilema. The opposition alleged vote rigging and there was unrest. Many here worry that history will repeat itself when Zambians go to the polls this week. Haru Mutasa, Al Jazeera, Lusaka.
Since the beginning of the pandemic, the United States has been turning back migrants who cross into the U.S. territory illegally without giving them the chance to ask for asylum. Many have been dropped over the border into cities in the northern Mexico, which are in the grip of organized crime. Hundreds are now camped out in one of the worst hit areas, Reynosa. Al Jazeera's John Holman has more.
A migrant camp out in the open in one of the most dangerous cities in Mexico. This is Reynosa. It's known across Mexico as a black hole where several criminal groups are battling and even news struggles to get out. It's one of the places where US authorities are sending back people that they've caught trying to get across the border. NGOs say more arrive every day.
In the day we are okay, but when the night comes, it's terrifying. Reynosa is very dangerous. We've heard shootouts.
Reynosa's endured years of violence. Just a month ago, a group of armed men drove down the town streets, randomly killing bystanders. Karina was actually kidnapped in a nearby town.
I have the scars. A lady burnt me, but I didn't tell the police. I just healed myself the best I could. I was held for more than a month and a half.
There are more stories like that in the camp. As well as those the US has sent back across the bridge, there are also those who are trying to cross for the first time through the front door as asylum seekers. Karina told us that its inhabitants have got organised. Now men get together and around 40 of them patrol the perimeter each night. The conditions are tough. Basic needs are hard to meet. COVID's a constant threat. And food mostly comes from donations. The numbers are fluid, but there are around 600 people there currently. NGOs and government authorities are trying to relocate them into shelters.
Migrants will always be a target. Unfortunately, they are one of the vulnerable groups, people that don't have an address or a home.
The problem is that as soon as authorities and civil society groups move people into an available space, more arrive, either through Mexico or across the bridge from the States. John Holman, Al Jazeera, Mexico.
Well, before we end the news, a quick recap of our main headlines. Police deployed at KMC as $12 million scandal takes twist. KMC Welfare Association PREXY says staff has lost confidence in CEO Martin. Former GDC members SENEGALO, Gambia well wishes visit PREXY BARROW. BRUFUT plant trees to regenerate lost forest. Star Media Group joins COVID-19 vaccination drive. In other news, India farmers calls on government to repeal controversial laws. Zambia election violence, president deploys army ahead of polls. Mexican migrants stranded in perilous border areas. That's all for this edition of the news. Do enjoy the rest of our wonderful programs. Do join us tomorrow for more news. Thanks for watching. Do have a wonderful night.